Talking Tottenham, a fantasyfocus.com production.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 177 of Talking Tottenham. Bucky joined, as always, by Daniel Shakes. I got to tell everybody out there, I apologize for my rant and utter distraught nature on the last pod. Got a lot of feedback on that. Some folks concerned out there. This is what Spurs do to me, but then they also lift me up. Great first half performance against Wolves and able to come through with that penalty kick shootout, which was fantastic viewing for us here. Danny Shakes, how you feeling after that Wolves win to advance in the Carabao Bang Energy Cup?
It was a good win, Bucks. It was the Ndombele experience. Gets the first goal. Really, it's probably his fault for Wolves' 2 goals. So we got every side of Tanguy Ndombele, and I'm all for it, Bucks. I want more of it. I think the team has sucked me back in because it does feel like if they want to get a little attacking, look forward, they can actually do it. Wolves, although not the best Prem start, they're not a terrible side, and really kind of an unlucky draw in the Carabao Bang Energy Cup this early. But Spurs advance after a road win. Everyone apparently can make their penalties on Spurs. I hated the Reggie being subbed in, and his first touch of the ball was a PK, but he just buries it top right corner. Heel buried his PK, and Galini need to make one stop, and then Wolves kind of choked on the other 2. So Spurs advance. We got Burnley on the road at your boy, Sean Dyche.
We got Sean Dyche, and I couldn't be happier that they made it through. And both Heel and Reggie's goals, or their PKs, were so similar. It was like carbon copy of each other. Upper right 90, great name for a soccer pub here in the States. And that'll be up pretty soon. Shakes and I got something in the works for upper right 90. He wants upper left 90, as he is more of a right footer. I am a left footer, believe it or not, Shakes. So I want that upper right 90.
I hear you. It's also, I think we're trying to determine the location, the financing, the staffing, and then just any of the money whatsoever. So it's still in progress, but
it's still grassroots. It's still grassroots.
We have the name.
You're going to send me on the streets to fundraise. I understand it. I mean, you could just be a good guy and a podcast partner for 2.5+ years and just help a guy out with all your stacks of cash, but that's not the case here. That Wolves game, you mentioned Tanguy Ndombele. Every note that I was frustrated about him in my rant the night before came through. It's those moments of brilliance are great. That was a great goal. And to make that play, Cody, first off, got to be better getting rid of that ball. But fact was, he did hustle, he did press. And the way he controlled that, I mean, lucky deflection maybe, but he controlled that damn well off his foot, made the keeper dive for the ball, put it in the back corner. That was a great play. But then you saw what happened. When he gets tired, he gets sloppy. There's no hustle, there's no press. Several times during their buildup, I saw zero effort. I'm not talking minimal effort. I'm talking zero effort to do anything defensively. And that led to the lapses there. And if that's what we're going to see from him, I would much rather have him come on in a wide open game later. Like, I think he would have excelled had you brought him in 60th minute against a ragged, tired Wolves club in that second half. I just don't see him being able to perform defensively at the level that we need him at when he's asked to do so much on the ball. And that's always going to be a problem for him with his conditioning.
We talked about this last podcast. I still think it's better if we can get a longer run of play for him. So I see what you're saying, Bucks, because let's say he does come in the 60th or 55th minute. So then you are still getting 30, 35 minutes of Tanguy Ndombele. And that might be long enough to put a stamp on the game for him and for him to kind of work his way into possession, work his way into the game and get comfortable out there. What I don't want to see is him coming in like the 70th, 75th minute. I just don't think that's enough time for him to like get acclimated to what's going on out there. So if it's like a plan where it's like, okay, Harry Winks, hey, Skip, Højbjerg, Dele, you're getting the first 55 minutes and then it is a tactical substitution at this time. And we know it's a Carabao Bang Energy Cup game, so it's going to get played a little looser, a little more open in the middle. I get that plan of action, Bucks, specifically for this game too. Like maybe you could have just started Skip and Højbjerg and just knew you were taking Højbjerg out by the 55th minute. But if I know I can get Ndombele to like 75 minutes of match fitness, that's where I still want to start him. And you're right. He had his lapses. I don't know if it's just straight up tiredness or just, to me, him more working into the game and just knowing he's got to make a better attempt there on a set piece. I don't know if that's just him being tired or him just, needing to shape up. And then could have argued maybe it was a foul on the second. I'm not sure. They didn't really have a great replay of it, but just he's got to be more aware out there. That one might have been more match fitness too, just because he's just not used to being out there and cruising around with the ball. And I just think we need to build off this performance on the good end. His goal was spectacular, the way he swallowed up that clearance attempt, made like the crossover, and then just calmly buried it between the keeper's legs. So I just think you just have to, you're by far your most creative player, dynamic player, not named Harry Kane or Heung-min Son. So you just have to get him involved longer. That's just what it is. And so I'm in for like just setting up around it.
Well, you mentioned two specific lapses. I'm talking about the little stuff. It's the crumbs in his play. It's
you're moments going through that with a fine-tooth comb. You're probably going through him way more critical than anything you watched with Dele. Dele was sloppier in that game than Ndombele. But
I went through it with a mustache.
Yeah, comb, I was going to say, but you're gonna pick on Ndombele. I get it.
But those are the things that matter, Shakes. Is in those big moments, all players can have lapses, right? It's easy to pinpoint it. I'm talking about when you're just watching play in the middle 60 yards of that pitch, and they're working build-up passing, and Tanguy is just standing there. Does not make a move, does not mark a man, does not press. If you're not going to do any of those three things, all you're doing is hurting your football team. That's the problem. That it's a little thing, Shakes. I'm never going to criticize him for little or big moments. It's the little moments. I need more consistency across the board. But let's get to the goal. Great goal there. And then Harry Kane doing Harry Kane things. It's good to see him back on the score sheet. What a pass, by the way, by GLC.
Great. Well, it was a pass by GLC to Dele to Harry Kane. So great pass by Dele. It's just he got subbed out before the 70th minute? No, I gotta look this up. I'm sorry, guys. No, 80th minute for Højbjerg. So not sure if that means T leaves. He's playing in the North London Derby as a starter, or if you're going to see Lo Celso, who also came out, in that match. I think Højbjerg is definitely going to start because he didn't play much more than 15, 20 minutes, I think, once you include stoppage time, Bucks. I also thought Romero looked pretty good. He made a stab at that second goal for Wolves. It was just a good pass, I thought, and just the bad turnover by Ndombele. I thought he looked solid out there. I thought it was interesting that we played Romero on the right side and then forced Dave to play on the left side. I thought it was going to be the other way around, but I guess they just felt better about Romero on the right. Your boy Tanganga played defensive ball. He was there just asked to be almost the third center back. He looked good. Davis put in a shift, so it was just, it was nice to watch, Spurs play well and actually go forward. And for a while, I was kind of thinking this might be a blowout and we cruise, and then you realize it's the chaos of the Carabao Bang energy, and no one's ever out of it, especially a home team that's just going to say F it and just start throwing all their guys out there. So,
well, I think they were shotgunning Bang energies at halftime.
They might have been. They're like, we're just going to bring in Matinho, Traore, Cody. Let's do it.
Well, Cody they didn't want to bring on. Cody, that was an injury.
Yeah, they had to bring him in like early, right? Like 15 minutes in. So I don't know, man. Spurs got me sucked back in because you can see that it's there. I actually prepared some rapid fire questions though, based off this game for you.
Hit me.
You want them?
Hit me.
So now this is like the second game, maybe even third of this experiment. Do you now prefer GLC over Lucas or Steve?
No.
Rank them then. Son and Kane are the other two up top.
Steve, just because I like his directness and I think he could actually come good this season. I have a lot of faith in Steve. I'm going to put Steve 1, Lucas 2, GLC 3.
Okay.
GLC just has not impressed me. I'm not saying he's played poorly. It's just kind of meh. It's kind of like if you have the choice between a chocolate vanilla or strawberry milkshake, he's the vanilla milkshake there. Like it's kind of meh.
That shows type of person I am. I would pick the vanilla milkshake out of those three right there. I have GLC, I think, second behind Lucas and then Steve third, but Steve definitely has the most potential to suddenly catapult into a higher ranking there. I just don't know what we do with Lo Celso, Bucks. I know a lot of people are making, comments and there's articles out there now. There's one in The Athletic, I think by Charlie Eccleshare. It's just like, where do you play Lo Celso? I kind of look at it like it's a good thing that he's a utility player and can play deep and holding, in a pinch if like Skip or Højbjerg are hurt. And then also he can play up on the wing or as a secondary striker. I just want his form to get a little bit better and the players to get more familiar playing with him. And you got Skip, who's new on the team, and Ndombele and Lo Celso didn't really play a ton together. And Lo Celso was hurt a lot last year when Højbjerg was in there. So if you can hopefully get continuity just between those players. Oh, and then also you're putting Dele at a different position where he's now behind Lo Celso in a 4-3-3. So maybe it's just a continuity thing. And that's where you can see Lo Celso improve. And it's not like we have to force ourselves to say he is a right winger only, or he's a left-sided 4-3-3 midfielder, which probably is his best position, or he's in a 4-2-3-1 as the holder on the left side. Like I don't like trying to just pigeonhole him exactly into a specific position. Let's just get a good run of games from him, then we'll worry about the rest of that.
Sure. Next question.
Other rapid fire. Is Skip a better defensive midfielder than Højbjerg?
Yes.
I agree. And I think
they're both solid, but Skip, he just has such a proclivity to just mark a man and stick with him like a dog. Like it's almost like he's a rabid dog and the other players have meat just hanging from their ankles, and he just needs that meat. Dogs got to eat. Skip is a dog. I love Ollie Skip.
He put in a shift. The only bummer about how well he played this game is full 90. I don't know if he gets the start in the Derby, Bucks.
Yeah, and he's 30. He's 38 now, so he's aging.
It's bummer. Yeah, no, I mean he's only got a couple of years left before he can really put his stamp on the Derby.
Yep.
At 38 years old, it's like him and Mark Noble are like the same age, right?
Yes, they are. In fact, Skip looks
hair.
Older than Mark Noble. Man.
Same hair, like style, obviously different color. I would say Højbjerg gives you more as far as like moving up the pitch and can do more things in the midfield box to box. But if you're telling me we're going to play either a back three or 4-2-3-1 where Tanganga is shifted more as a center back on that side, I want Skip sitting in front of them, not Højbjerg. I want Højbjerg and Ndombele a little bit more forward. So maybe there's something there we can build off of too. I think Skip relishes the defensive role too. He knows that's his job. He like cleans shit up. And then also he's got a proclivity to like kind of hit those diagonal wide passes to the wings as well when we shoot our fullbacks up. And that's what you want out of your defensive midfielder that's got the ball like closer to your final third. So I'm in on this Skip experience as defensive mid.
So am I. Next question.
Romero apparently likes to play the right side. Would you rather have Dave or Dyer on the left?
Dyer. 100% Dyer.
I
believe in Dyer on the left. What we've seen from him before the injury, he's been great. He's been immense even. I'm going Dyer here all day.
I think I agree with you just because it seems like if Dave is not in the right position, like if he's not right-sided center back in a back three, but specifically in a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, it just seems like he struggles. And if you're getting max output from Romero on the other side, then I think you just got to take Dyer in that situation. Even though I know Dave is more athletic, Dave can definitely press up better. Dave's probably better in the air. So, maybe we can work our way into Dave playing on the left side as a center back role, but he definitely felt shakier than Romero, at least in this game, playing on that left side.
It's good to have options, though. I like the fact that we're talking about these players and thinking, what are the positives and not so much what are the negatives.
Not just like, where does he suck?
Yeah.
He doesn't suck on the left side. It's just like, who's better if you're going to play the better player on the right? But yeah, those are my rapid fire questions, Bucks, that I took from it. I had one other one. Your boy, Brian Heel. Do you think he starts this Sunday?
That's a really good question. I think a lot of that depends on the health of Lucas and Steve. But based on what I saw yesterday, I would say, why not give him some more confidence, see what he can do with it. I think a goal is brimming for him. It's right on the cusp. He's looking down the precipice right now, looking down the gorge. He's got to get that goal, and I think it's coming. He's so feisty. He's so fast. You know what I like most? He's tricky on the ball. He's tricky but direct. meaning he knows where he wants to end up. It's just a matter of getting there. And once he gets that defender off kilter a little bit, he makes sure perfect touch, puts it into space. He puts a lot of dead weight on balls with his own dribbling, which is impressive, right? Like something I think we've lacked for a long time is folks setting themselves up to produce a nice cross, especially when you're hinging towards that back corner. It's pretty impressive to see how weighted some of his touches are in order to separate himself from the defender, work around them, and then deliver a one-time. The next touch is going to be a cross from him. He's a very direct player. I think he could really do some damage against an Arsenal defense. So I want to see him out there. Do I think he starts realistically? No.
I think he comes in as a super sub, and we'll call him a super sub because he's shown us something. And then he played this full match and then buries his PK. I think a testament is he's such a young player. And sometimes it's like new young player comes in to a side, you stick him in at like left or right side winger, and the game goes by 30 minutes and you're like, wait, he's even out there? Like, I don't even see him out there. Like, this guy's just lost, like just not involved. But that's not him. He gets up the field. He'll come back for the ball. I think outside of Son, by the way, had just, when he came in, he had an awesome cross to Kane. That was just an excellent save. So Son's probably still our best crosser of the ball to Kane. But I think second is probably Heel. I think he's a better crosser of the ball than Lucas and Steve. If we're going to talk about who's our best crossing wingers, I think Lo Celso could probably put a better cross in, but he doesn't normally play on the wing. So, I mean, if we're talking service to Kane, and then also they're coming back and putting in a shift, I mean, Heel's showing us a lot, and it's so necessary. Maybe we'll look back at this as a silver lining to the Lucas and Steve injuries, that Heel just got a really good run of games, hopefully built up some confidence, got its legs under him for the Prem, and can be like a viable substitute or starter because it's just such a long season.
Yeah, that was a great cross to Dele, where Dele kind of plunked the header way wide. Great cross. Impressive stuff from the youngster. I want to see more Heel. So while I don't think he starts on Sunday, I really want to see him start. I really do. I think that just adds a little bit of a differential in terms of speed, dribbling ability, and then add in the crossing ability and the direct nature of his play. I'm all about it. I want more Gilster. I want as much. Fill me up with some Gilster.
I feel it, man.
Fill me with a Gil.
What'd you think of Galini's play? This isn't a rapid fire question. Now I'm just
shaky, man. A little.
I thought it was too.
I hate criticizing, but I mean, I guess that's part of the job here, right? Just seems a bit clunky at times, and I like his intensity. I like his distribution. His distribution is very, very good. I think he's a plus compared to Hugo. He's plus on the distribution side. That one ball that he had to Heel on the wing was damn impressive. Just super direct, super quick, set up a run, and Heel kind of didn't do much with it after that, but it was pretty. No, that led to Dele in the box, and Dele kind of floundered on it and tripped over the ball. Ian, I see it. It was a bit shaky during the match, very clutch during PKs. Those are good building blocks for the team, especially having both Reggie with a contribution, Heel with a big contribution, and then getting it done by just Wolves plunking things off the crossbar, which is sweet.
So Galini and Reggie 2 years in, but still you got Heel and Galini both contributing pretty big to this match. And if you don't have that kind of depth, you're not advancing in the Carabao Bang Energy Cup, the sought after trophy. Some may say a top 5 trophy in the country.
Some would call it a top 5 trophy in the country for all sports.
Maybe.
Yeah. Even better than the claret jug.
I do like that he went back to his natural hair color, $2. I wasn't in on the Eminem blonde look. I think that's Galini. Yeah. He could have saved that first pen. Like, it went right off his arm and he was pissed about it. But then he got, I think 2 later, he stopped that one. And then the crossbar did it from there. Neves, of all people, just sailing it. Just wild.
Yeah, definitely wild to see Neves just go. Neves went astronaut
like
on that
Baggio one. World Cup 94. Just like airmailed it. Hit some kid's hands, unfortunately.
Rapid fire question for you.
Let's hear it.
More heralded trophy in the country of England? The Bang Energy Cup or the Claret Jug?
Oh, the Claret Jug.
Come on now, dude. You know it's a huge, giant can of Bang Energy.
What would you rather
always
drink
has
out
been.
of, the Claret Jug or the Bang Energy Cup?
Give me 6 Bang Energies, man.
The Bang
Pour them
Energy
in the
cup.
cup.
I think it gets delivered. I mean, we don't know because Man City wins it every year, and who knows what they do. But I think it's delivered with Bang Energy mixed with vodka, and not like great vodka, like not terrible Stoli, maybe something like that.
You call Stoli a mediocre vodka? I really like Stoli.
I like Stoli sodas. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I'm saying it's not like Kettle or Grey Goose. It's like a rung below. Like, did you watch the Bang Energy draw?
See, I don't like either. I like Kettle One. I don't like Grey Goose. Grey Goose it's almost
like
like you're
Belvedere?
drinking. It's like you're drinking Dimetap when you're drinking Grey Goose. It has the substance of a Dimetap.
So Belvedere, Grey Goose, Kettle. You're saying no, not worth it. I'm going Stoli.
Yeah, I'd prefer Stoli over those 3. Yeah.
Damn. What about
Yeah.
Tito's?
I think it's just because my mom growing up loved Stoli. And so when I was in high school,
Stoli.
because
That's what you
I would,
stole when you were growing up.
yeah, that's what I
you
stole when I
broke
was
into.
growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
All right,
nothing
I
cut
like
better
this
with
from
orange
Jerry.
Gatorade.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is good for Jerry. Nice to see this is now your day jobs. Well, this is my lunch break, Jerry. And Shakes is headed up to the Ryder Cup after this. So we're just squeezing it in for the people.
Eat it, Europe.
Yeah, we just talked about the Claret Jug. You're going up to Wisconsin. Where are you flying into? Milwaukee?
Milwaukee. Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
going to be fun. We're going to go Saturday, Sunday. It's going on right now. It looks like the Ram Garcia group might get a point for Europe, but the Cantlay Schauffele group is just dominating Rory and Poulter right now. It's great.
Now, as I understand it, you're doing like a rugged, rustic camping on the grounds,
I'm
right?
staying at a Hilton in Milwaukee. We're taking a coach bus up and staying in chalets on Saturday and Sunday. Climate controlled, top shelf booze. So no Stoli. Although if there is, I'll send you a picture of the Stoli that that they're using to like wash dishes with or something. I'm sure. when I order a vodka water, I'm sure it'll be Kettle and Fiji.
It'll be sanitized by the Stoli, though. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Stoli, the great sanitizer that no one knew about or took advantage of during the COVID pandemic. Unbelievable. Yeah, have fun up there, Shakes.
Thanks,
for real.
man.
I mean, a couple of our buddies from school are going up there with you, so should be a really good time
Should
for
be
you.
a great time.
You got 3 of you or 4 of you?
There's 4 of us total.
Okay.
So
Any
Trafford,
fringe
Kyle,
guys? Any fringe guys in there?
Trafford Kyle's bringing his cousin, so
Ooh, that's fringe.
we'll see. No, we've hung out with him before, and he's a good dude. He's been on a bachelor party or 2 and hung with us, so we're good. And then our boy Justin.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with, the tea and crumpets hour with you guys.
you
That's
never
always
know.
tough around 10:30.
He'll fit in. He's a foodie. He helps
Yeah,
pick
you
some
guys do
restaurants.
Wine,
We're doing
cheese, and
We're
crackers
doing
at
a sweet
3:30.
steakhouse tonight. I'll give you a food review on it, Bucks. 5
If I could
Steakhouse
recommend
in Milwaukee.
listen to me, Shakes. You're talking a lot and you're not letting me get it in.
Coffee
I'm
Bucks.
giving you a perfect recommendation. If you want like a very good burger and some of the best cheese curds you've ever had, go to JT Bombers on the north side of downtown in Milwaukee.
Done.
JT Bombers. Fantastic burger, best cheese curds I've ever had. Ask for the cheese curds, well done.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Yep.
That seems like a solid pro tip. Like
Yep.
he'll nod at me when he's taking the order, like, oh, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but you're gonna kind of judge me here. And I don't know where you lie on this. Do you like peanut butter?
No.
You don't?
Not really a peanut butter. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll eat a Reese's. I'll never make a PBJ for myself, but
Well, yeah, Shakes, you're a
different.
grown ass businessman. I don't want you making
It's-
PB and J's.
Boar's Head, Tavern Ham, prosciutto, and Genoa salami. That's
The
my
tavern
whole-
ham is subpar. I'm a deluxe ham guy, which is just like the brick ham,
Yeah.
or the sweet slice, which is very
Nah.
good ham.
I don't like
yeah.
the sweet ham. If I'm doing sweet
It's not
ham,
even
it's gotta be
sweet.
like
It's called
spiral.
sweet slice because it's the sweet slice, not that it is sweet. It's actually not a sweet ham.
Okay.
Yeah, just letting you know there. But at JT Bombers, I like the burger with peanut butter on it.
Well, no, that's
Oh,
something I will
buddy.
not get.
That's fine. The regular
Yeah.
burger, I'm sure, is just
Oh no,
fine.
I'm
but
sure. Yeah, it'll deliver. All right,
I'm a
man.
huge peanut butter on a burger guy. That was like a fad for about 5 years
You know
in
what I
the
like on a
mid
burger?
2010s.
I like guac on a burger.
Oh, Christ shakes. You know,
Yeah.
as much we are friends, we are just as much enemies. And that's what makes us good. The guac on a burger is a terrible call. Overwhelms the burger. Just not good.
We should do a top 5 fringe toppings one episode. Yeah, lose like pickle, onion, lettuce, normal stuff on there. And it would probably be pretty different. Vastly different.
Look at this from Jerry. It's AJ Bombers, not TJ Bombers. Yeah, it looks legit.
So you don't even know the name of it.
So I went to a
Go
Packers
to
and
JT
Bucks
Bombers
game.
and get the peanut butter.
Get the peanut butter burger. Shakes. Ian agrees. The guac on a burger is worse than pineapple on a pizza. Get out of here. Everybody trying to just insert avocado into XYZ sandwich, taco, whatever it is. That's not authentic, man. I don't want avocado all over my shit. It overwhelms everything.
Don't talk shit about your boy Tom Brady. The avocado, I don't know. What is he?
But yeah, I went to AJ Bombers 3 times in 3 days when we were staying in Milwaukee. So very good.
I'm excited.
All right.
Never been.
We got Arsenal this weekend.
Do we?
Yep. We sure do.
You'll be happy to know, Bucks. The chalet has TVs in there, so I already researched it. I think I'm going to wear my Spurs sweater because it's navy, but I'll be wearing my American hat. I don't want to like create this confusion that I'm here from Europe though. So I'm going to be watching the game.
You're a proud American Spurs fan.
Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure everyone knows that when we're cheering on the Ryder Cup team on Sunday during the North London Derby.
Definitely, man. All right. Well, Arsenal, how are you looking for us to set up in this match?
Well, taking your input about whether we think Heel is going to start and then reading the last presser clips from our boy Nuno. Hi, Nuno. It sounds like Lucas is healthy. Sounds like we're getting Lucas back. Does that mean we get Lucas back for like a half hour, 65 minutes, 90? I don't know. I'm just going to assume, though, he's enough to go 65 to 70. And because Heel looked good, Nuno's then hopefully confident to know he can make a sub because I think Steve's just out. Sounds like he's still in his walking boot, and it's not good right now. Get well soon, Steve. So I got Kane up top. I got Son and Lucas behind him. And then I got Højbjerg and Ndombele, GLC. And then I'm going Reggie and Royal as the fullbacks with Dyer and Romero in between them. So the guy that I'm sitting right now, Bucks, is your boy Dele.
I didn't hear Skip in there.
Skip is not because I have Højbjerg and Ndombele, GLC, and I think Skip comes in later too. Skip.
I don't see that.
Here's my issue, man, and maybe we just don't care because he's young and he's just like our best defensive midfielder. We're just going to run him into the ground. But didn't he not play like a pretty good deal in Chelsea, and then he played a full 90 against Wolves? I mean, I know he came in, I think 60th minute, so he probably played 35 minutes Chelsea, turned that around 90 minutes at Wolves. You're going to ask him to start again right after? I don't know.
I do.
And what told me was, Ndombele is the one that got pulled, Ndombele played the whole game too, right? Dele was the one that got pulled. Højbjerg came in late. Lo Celso, though, also got pulled in the 60th minute for Son. So you will have a fresher Lo Celso if that's at all something that Nuno, I guess, looks at.
No, I'm going to disagree. I like your back line. Front line, I agree with you. I feel more
confident in the back line. That's for certain.
It's your midfield. It's your midfield that is just fucked.
Well, it's midfield that I feel like if you get the right combo, that's what can unlock some things for Spurs, right? Like that'd be the one that I think most people are going to argue over.
The problem is I don't see us being a very direct team in this. I don't see us trying to be on the front foot. I like to think that we're going to set up very similar to how we set up against Man City. I think it'll be Dele. I think it'll be Højbjerg and Skip. That's what I think. Dele, what has Dele done to you? What has he done to you, Shakes? Tell the people. What did he do to you? You hate him.
He did nothing to me, but what has he done meaningfully so far here, Bucks? He played well in Man City. He did hit the PK against Wolves. Since then, though, I mean, when you have Ndombele there as the creative force and Højbjerg next to him, I think I either want a more fundamentally sound guy in Lo Celso next to them, or Skip. And if I think Skip's not able to go full 90 and not starting, I'm picking Lo Celso over Delhi. That's just the way I'm reading it. Delhi, I know he came out in the 82nd minute or whatever it was, but Lo Celso came out sooner. So that seemed to be in Nuno's plans is the way I'm trying to read it.
You are confusing the hell out of me, Shake. So you're saying Skip can't go a full 90 because he played a full 90. Meanwhile, you have Tanguy and Ndombele in there after playing a full 90. This is a recipe for disaster.
In this, Bucks. Yeah.
I'm not going to scarecrow you quite yet, but I could. And the fact remains, fact remains that I'm not putting Tanguy and Ndombele anywhere near the starting 11. Now, do I think he can come in the 70th minute and do a job? Absolutely. But I want us to set up with some creativity. I would prefer to see Heel start and just see what he can do with 4 more attacking players in there with Delhi. Delhi has warranted a start. His effort has been supreme this season. That was a great pass, great through ball into Kane to set up that second goal. I don't think there's a reason for you to put him on the bench quite yet.
You're probably right. So maybe it'll be something along the lines of a 4-3-3, Lo Celso on the left, Delhi on the right, Højbjerg between the two. And then you'll have Skip and Ndombele as reserves to come in. That's all assuming Lucas starts, because otherwise, if Lucas is not starting, prepare to see Lo Celso up on the right side again next to Kane. And
fine. I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine with that.
So
and I think we can make magic happen here. I mean, we don't play well up at the toilet bowl. We don't. Historically, this has been a challenge. But there's something about, I think, galvanizing victories. And it wasn't an open play victory, but I think that's even more powerful. You know, the team's all standing together. They're celebrating together right there. There's no just dropping to the floor. No, they were together. They were hoping like hell they made it through. It's great to see that fight. I think they're going to come out with some tenacity in this match, but I want to preface this with a little bit of caution. I don't think this is going to be a situation where we're just running gangbusters on them. I don't.
I disagree. I actually think it's going to look a lot like the Chelsea game, especially if Lucas can go and can press. I think then you are going to see Son, Kane, and Lucas really push forward with Lo Celso and Højbjerg trying to nibble up top, or Delhi too. Like, Delhi's good at triggering presses, which Spurs just did not do all of last year. But when I saw it a little bit against Chelsea in that first half, maybe that's a way that they can continue to play. The problem with Chelsea is they ran out of gas because, you know, there was half the team out. So I actually could see, I mean, maybe Arsenal just comes out on the front foot because they're fired up, but I could see Spurs trying to press more in the first half.
No, I agree there.
I mean, Arsenal's got a brand new back line, and their center backs are still kind of whatever. And you just got to test that. That's what I think you got to go after. You don't sit back against Arsenal.
I want to see more shots. I want more shots on net. I want a little bit more tenacity. I want them to feel a little bit of reckless abandon. Nothing has indicated to me that the team will come out like that. Nothing so far. And you mentioned the Chelsea game. We ended up getting blown out. So I'm not saying this is a different animal than Chelsea. Chelsea, top 3 team in the world right now. Arsenal, top 300 team in the world right now. So, you know, it should be a pretty good match for us. But I hope we get it done. My prediction for this match, 2-1 Spurs.
Like it.
And I think we go up early, 2-0. Arsenal nicks one back like 75th minute, and we all get on edge. But then we come through with some good defensive stops, notably Oliver Skip, probably heading a ball into oblivion. That's what I want to see on Sunday. 2-1 Spurs. What's your prediction? I know you got to run. You got a busy day ahead of you.
I have it at 1-1 Bucks, unfortunately. But build off it, Arsenal scores, Spurs level it late. So it feels more deflating for Arsenal. I'm also going to be focusing on this Royal versus Tomiyasu right back debate. Spurs could have had Tomiyasu forever, and he's been playing well for Arsenal. So let's show up, Royal.
We need the Royale to do his thing.
Royale with cheese. All
right, Shakes. I just changed my prediction. 3-1 Spurs.
Like it.
Just because I'm spiting you right now.
Go forward.
No. We haven't scored 4 goals in a game yet. Once we do it, maybe I'll put it on the board, but I'm not sure about it. I'm looking forward to it. What a great weekend of sports. Have a great time at the Ryder Cup. I hope that the fourth party that you don't know all that well can hang up with your tea time at 10:30 a.m. Can hang with the cheese, wine, and crackers deal that you do at 3:30. I know that's tough for any onlooker to take on. So, good luck to him. And I'm sure while you're eating, like a Cobb salad around 5 o'clock for an early dinner, that's going to be rough on the young man. So I hope everything goes swimmingly. Go USA. And it should be good. This is kind of cool, as most of our listeners are from Europe. It's kind of cool for us to just have this little competition here on the weekend. But I still think Bang Energy Cup over the Claret Jug. Danny Shakes, sign the people off.
Let's go. Let's go, America, and let's go, Spurs. North London Derby. Beat the scum. Beat Arsenal. Come on, you Spurs.
Coys, get it done. Relegate Arsenal.